So the rule number 12 is side by side takeoff point can be interchanged. So similarly here summing points are interchanged. If there are two takeoff points, okay, so there are two takeoff points. So this is a takeoff point 1. I say this as a x1. Okay, and some system in between is there. If I say, and this is a takeoff point 2. Okay. So now these two adjacent takeoff points, you can do the interchanging of that. Okay, so here this takeoff point can move to this location and this takeoff point can move to this location. So like this way you can interchange the takeoff point also. So if I summarize this, so that will be like okay. So this is the rule number 12, and so there are some critical rules also, but first we will solve some examples, and by seeing some critical block diagrams we will see those critical rules, but these 12 are main rules that will be used in the block diagram reduction. Okay, so what is the procedure for the reduction of the block diagram? Means in which way you should proceed so that you can do the block diagram reduction. So first step is combining of the cascaded blocks in the path. Okay. So whatever the cascaded blocks or parallel blocks that are present in the forward path. Okay. So we have seen in the system there is a forward path and there is a feedback path. I'm just seeing this simple system. Okay. So this is a forward path and this is a feedback path. Okay. So if there is a very huge block diagram is there related to the particular control system. So first you look for the cascading of the blocks. If there are any cascaded blocks, you need to apply the block diagram reduction technique to those blocks first. Or if there are parallel blocks, you can apply the technique for those blocks first. Okay, so first thing is that you need to look for the cascaded blocks and parallel blocks in block diagram Okay, the next thing is point number 3, and do you all of you know what is mean by cascade and what is mean by parallel blocks. Okay, then step number 3 is if block diagram consists of many feedback loops, then find the innermost feedback loop first. So what is mean by this? It just takes some time. Okay. For example, if there is a control system, block diagram is like this. Okay. So now if we see this block diagram, so there are two closed loops. The first one is this. Okay. This is the loop number 1. And this second one is this. Okay. This overall loop. Now, what they are suggesting, if block diagram consists of many feedback loop, then find the innermost feedback loop. Okay. So this is the innermost feedback. The loop number 1 is innermost feedback. So if you start the block diagram reduction technique on this particular block diagram, you should start with this particular inner loop, inner feedback loop, okay, innermost feedback loop. So I will do the block diagram reduction on L1 first. So L1 first, and then second I will go for L2, okay. So in a such a way, you can do the block diagram reduction, okay. So that is the third step. Okay. The point got bullets got changed. So this is the fourth one. Okay, the fourth point is if innermost feedback loop doesn't contain any takeoff or summing point inside the loop, then reduce it to single block. Now, what this point is suggesting, now if we consider this L1 loop, okay, so this L1 loop doesn't consist of any internal summing junctions. For example, there is no summing junction present here. Okay. Similarly, there is no any takeoff point is present here. If there is takeoff point like this. Okay. So in such a condition, you can't directly do the reduction on this particular loop, right? If there is a summing junction or there is a takeoff point inside that particular single loop, okay? The fourth point is suggesting that thing, okay? Then fourth point is saying that if there is no any summing junction and takeoff point is there, you can reduce that particular single closed loop lock, okay? The fourth one is, fifth one is, okay. The fifth one is if the innermost feedback loop contains any takeoff or summing point inside it, then shift these points and simplify the innermost loop to single block. So, okay. Just explain you that point. When we take an example, those point will totally will become clear. Okay, don't worry about it. I'm just giving brief idea about that point here. Okay. So if you just take this block diagram here. Take a leave it. It's giving the problem. We'll draw it. Okay. The same block diagram I will take. Okay, now what they are saying, if the innermost feedback loop contains any takeoff or summing point inside it. Now this is the inner loop, okay, inner loop feedback, this one. And this
Your
is
voice
a
is breaking.
Okay, now I am audible. I am audible properly
Yes, sir.
now.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, thank you. So here you can see this is the innermost feedback loop, this L1. Now what I have introduced here, one takeoff point I have introduced, okay? And now you can't reduce this block, okay? You can, but okay, for this particular option, there is one example in our case. I will explain on that particular point. Okay, so when we will solve the particular thing, particular block diagram example, in that point is there. There I will explain you about this. Means what they are saying, if any point is inside it, for example, if takeoff point is here, okay, and inside the single loop or innermost loop, you need to move that takeoff point, okay, on the right hand side or out of that innermost loop, so that you can calculate, you can reduce that particular innermost loop to single block. Okay, that is the point here. Even if there is a summing point, if this is a summing point here, okay, and if this is the thing, so you need to move the summing point or move the takeoff point so that this diagram can be simplified and that particular loop can be simplified, okay, and you can reduce the innermost single block. So that is the point here, okay. When we see the example, that point will become clear. Then the rule number 6 is, okay, so it is better to shift takeoff points toward the right and summing point towards the left. Okay, what is mean by this? This is a takeoff point and this is a summing point, and I want to simplify this particular L1 group, L1 innermost loop. Okay, so it is convenient that you should move this takeoff point to the right side, means that on this side, okay, and you should move the summing point on this side, okay, in a such a way it will help you to reduce the block diagram. Okay, so that is a general rule, means it is a propagation way, right? Okay, and it is opposite of the propagation way, so it just help you to simplify the diagram. Time being, you just understand the rules. When we see the block diagrams clearly, at that time those rules will become clear. Okay. So this point number 7 is reduce all other feedback loops. Okay, feedback loops are present there, you can reduce all those feedback loops. And the 8th is repeat above steps according to the requirement until one block with the input R of S and output C of S is obtained. Means you need to repeat this particular process until one block with the input R of S and output C of S is obtained. Okay, So single block reduction should be there. Up to that point, you have to reduce the block diagram. And then finally, by using that single block, you can calculate the transfer function of the overall system. Okay. So maybe it look like to you just like a theoretical kind of thing, but when we solve the problem, you will understand those things. Okay. Don't worry about it. Now, let us consider this first block diagram. So problem is find the transfer function of the closed loop system shown. Okay. So we need to find out the transfer function of the system. As all of you know, what is meant by transfer function? That is the Laplace transform of output upon Laplace transform of input. Okay. So this is the transfer function. So this is the task we have to find out. Now here, if you see, this is a simple closed loop system. So in the forward path, there are two blocks, okay? And those two blocks are in cascade, right? And they are having their gain in S domain. So this is a cascade connection. So according to rule, what we do when there is a cascade connection, we just multiply those two gains so that single block gain will be equal to the multiplication of those individual block gains. Okay. Okay, this app is giving problems. Okay, so I will just write down by hand only. Okay. So now this is a cascade connection. So according to the procedure, they are saying that whatever the cascade blocks or parallel blocks that are present in the forward path, that should be eliminated first. So we are just multiplying these two gains, and the single block will be we'll use this color. So single block will be 4 upon S into S plus 1. Okay. So this is a step first. Now we got one simple loop, right? So tell me what is a block diagram reduction technique or block diagram reduction rule for this particular closed loop?
Sir, it is negative feedback. So negative feedback rule will be applied.
But do you know what we have used?
Unity feedback.
This is unity feedback, right?
H, yes, H of S will be 1.
Yes, good. So we have seen one rule, right, for negative feedback. So there is a forward path gain G and there is an error detector. So that is giving problem today. I don't know what happened. Okay, so okay, so now this is the closed loop system, and according to rule, what we do when we find out the transfer function for this. So RC, then according to rule, C upon R will be the numerator part consists of the forward path gain. Okay, so forward path gain here is G, and the denominator consists of Now this is a negative feedback, so 1 plus loop gain. So loop gain means if this is a feedback output and this is an error, so loop gain means the ratio of these two. Okay, so that will be GH, right? Okay, so this is called a loop gain. Now in our system, we are using unity gain system, right? So for unity gain system, our feedback factor is 1 only. So H will be 1 here, right? So same thing, the same rule we will apply. So our system will reduce to.
Excuse me, sir. How did we know that it is a negative feedback system?
Because here negative is there, na? We are subtracting the feedback output from the input, na? If there is a positive,
Yes.
if there is addition, we have explained this in the lecture, right? So if there is a subtraction, so there will be the negative feedback. When there is addition, there will be the positive feedback. Okay. In oscillator, we use those positive feedback, and in amplifiers, we use this negative feedback. Okay. So this is the overall block we get. Right. So here, if you see this particular block diagram, G is 4 upon S into S plus 1 and H is 1. Okay, I am not mentioning G of S and H of S. Okay, that is implied here. Okay, I am directly using shortcuts. So that is implied, that is a G of S and H of S. So the overall C of S upon R of S for that particular diagram we are getting 4 upon S into S plus 1. Okay, 1 plus 4 upon S into S plus 1 into unity feedback 1. Okay, directly we connected the output to the error detector. Right. So here so this will be our transfer function for that particular block diagram. Okay, so this is the final answer. And how you will mention that answer? You just need to draw one block. Okay, and while solving any block diagram reduction related problem, every step you need to draw. Okay, don't draw answer directly. Every step you need to draw. So first you will draw this. Okay, then only they consider it as a reduction technique. So first this is a problem statement, right? So the cascaded connection is there. So I have drawn this. I have reduced that cascaded block to this single block. Now this closed loop block I will reduce to I have reduced to this. Okay, this block G upon 1 plus GS. So I got this. So the final answer what I will write here 4 upon S square plus S plus 4. Okay. So that is R of S, C of S. So this is the final block we got. Okay. So any doubt is there here? Simple only. If anyone is having doubt, they can ask me. The simple block diagram reduction technique we have used. We have already seen these rules. Okay. So I don't think so it will be having any problem. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. No issue. Okay. So can we proceed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So second example is find the transfer function of the system shown. Okay. So now, so can you tell me how many loops are there in this particular diagram?
Excuse
Closed
me,
loop.
sir.
Yes.
Sir, screen is not visible to me.
Okay. Other fellows, बाकी लोगों को दिख रहा है क्या स्क्रीन प्रॉपर?
हाँ सर.
Okay, maybe.
यस सर दिख रहा है सर.
Sir, clones slow.
Okay, okay. Maybe because of network issue, I think. Maybe because of
Okay, sir.
network issue at your end, I think. Because of that only. Okay. So now I am at problem number 2. So are you able to see the screen now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. ठीक है then. So now can anyone tell me how many closed loops are there in this particular block diagram? Closed loop.
2.
2. How?
The first one and the second one.
No. Look at the direction of the arrows.
3, sir.
Look at the direction of the arrows.
Sir, there is no feedback. It is feed forward.
Yes, yes, yes. Good. Because
Yes,
feedback is what? When we take a signal from the output, right? And that we feed it to the input side or error detector side. So here there is no such a backward loop is there. There is no feedback loop here. If I talk about this particular block diagram, so this is one forward loop, right? Similarly, there are forward loops like different ways, okay, like this one. So when we consider SFG at that time, signal flow graph, when we see that particular, we will talk about it, okay? Now here, if we see this, now there are these two parallel blocks are there. So if we consider this, okay, so this is what? Parallel block 1. Right? And this is a parallel block 2. Parallel blocks, okay? So this is the first parallel block, this is the second one. Now, when they don't mention any gain on that particular line, the implied gain is 1 only. So similarly here, implied gain is 1. Now, in this case, if you reduce this particular first parallel block, okay, these two parallel blocks, so that parallel block will be now plus is there. Can you tell me what will be the reduced block for that particular block? Can you tell me? Anyone? We have seen parallel blocks.
we add them.
We add them, right? So what will be the combination then?
G1 plus 1.
G1 plus 1. Okay. Any other response?
G1 plus X of S into G2.
G1 plus X of S into G2. Not like that. I will just simplify it, okay? So that you will get some idea. I will just simplify it. So you will be able to clearly see the parallel blocks. Now, what is this signal? This one going to this. What is this signal here at this error detector? Summing junction.
Error.
नहीं यहाँ which signal is there?
Input signal.
नहीं कौन सा?
RFS.
हाँ RFS. And here?
Oh,
Here?
Where, sir?
At this point, I'm moving the cursor. I'm moving this cursor here.
Sir, we can shift the
Sir,
G2 block ahead of the first summing point.
No, not required at all. Because we are, because very simple thing is there. You tell me about this particular, which signal we are getting at this point.
Sir, your cursor is stuck on it.
Your cursor
it is
is
given plus.
Here.
Yes, cursor.
अरे यहाँ पे दिख रहा है?
No, sir.
हाँ, अभी no sir. R of S here, right? So R of S will be there. So I will just simplify it.
Cursor is at
Okay, ठीक है. Try to, okay, here you can see. अभी बताओ कौन सा पैरेलल में है ब्लॉक किसके साथ? Okay.
G1+1 हो जाएगा सर उसका.
हाँ, राइट. ओके, सो ये दो ब्लॉक पैरेलल में, राइट, G1 और 1 ये, और पहले इसको रिड्यूस कर लेते थे इनर मोस्ट को, राइट. सो अकॉर्डिंग टू रूल फर्स्ट वी नीड टू सॉल्व द इनर मोस्ट ब्लॉक्स फर्स्ट, राइट. सो आई विल सॉल्व दिस. सो दैट विल बी G1+1. सो इसको मैं सिर्फ ग्रीन कलर से कर लेता हूँ, ये ब्लॉक को रिड्यूस कर रहे हैं. ओके, so G1+1 on this block is reduced. C of S. अभी बताओ ट्रांसफर फंक्शन क्या आएगा?
सर कैस्केडेड है ना अभी इनपुट.
These two blocks are cascaded now, right? So these two are
Yes.
cascaded. So what we will do in S domain to find out the
Multiply
equivalent
them.
gain?
We multiply them.
Yes. Okay, so I will just multiply those two blocks. Okay, some issue is there with the app. Just do it. Okay. So now these two in parallel, these two blocks in parallel. So final transfer function we are getting is G1 plus 1 into G2 plus 1. Okay. So this is the final transfer function we are getting, right? So this will be your final answer. Okay. So this is a second example. Okay. Anyone is having any doubt here? If you don't understand anything, you can ask me. Okay. So these are the simple problems. When we look at very large problems, that time. Okay. If any doubt is there, you can ask me at this point only, so that in the next problem you will be able to detect the particular gain and loop kind of thing. Okay. So can we proceed?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now here, find the transfer function of the closed loop system shown. So can you guess here how many loops are there?
Two.
Okay,
Two.
right.
Loops, sir.
Yes. So this is the first one. So this is the first one and this is the second one. Okay. L1, L2. So now here L1 is the innermost loop, right? So we need to start with it. So which kind of feedback it is using? So this is the
Negative
innermost
feedback.
loop,
Negative feedback.
right? Innermost negative feedback. And what is the forward path gain of that particular loop?
G2 of
Good. And what is the loop gain?
G2 of S upon
H of S.
1 plus G2 of S into H of S.
No, loop gain. I'm not asking about transfer function. Loop gain
H of
means
S.
no. This is the E of S, right? So if you see this, here we have seen no. What is the loop gain? The feedback output upon the error signal E of S, G into H. The forward path gain into feedback gain, right? Or feedback factor, G into H. Okay, so this is the loop gain. So G upon 1 plus GH when there is a negative feedback. Okay. So now can you tell me what will be the transfer function for this particular loop then? So I can represent this particular block.
G2 of S upon 1 plus G2 of S into H of S.
Yes. Right. So I can place that in diagram, that particular block diagram. Okay. Now this is the last feedback. Okay. So here, what is a forward gain? Now these two blocks are in cascade, right? So these two blocks
Yes.
are in cascade. So multiplication will be there. Gain multiplication will be there. So here, if we draw that particular block, so that will be G1 of S into G2 of S 1 plus G2 of S into H of S, right? Okay. And finally, this is the last closed loop form. So here forward path gain is this, and the feedback gain is how much? Feedback path gain
0.
feedback path gain 0.
1.
1, no, because this single line is
Yes.
there, right? The 1.
Yes.
Okay, so here we start with, so G1 of S into G2 of S 1 plus G2 of S into H of S, right? Upon 1 plus forward path gain into feedback, right? Feedback gain or feedback path gain. One plus G2 of S, H of S into 1. And when I simplify this, so that will become G1 of S to G2 of S 1 plus G2 of S into H of S plus G1 of S into G2 of S, right? So this is my final block.